99% of entrepreneurs never hit $10 million. Alex Hormozi reveals the brutal truth about why most businesses fail and the one skill that separates millionaires from broke dreamers. This isn't motivational fluff. This is the harsh reality check you need to hear.
%90 of businesses never hit $1 million a year in sales. 90%. Doesn't look that way on Instagram, but this is the vast majority of businesses, right? Now, in my opinion,
it's easy to believe the Instagram version of entrepreneurship, beaches, laptops, and instant millions. But the truth is brutally different. Most businesses aren't just failing to thrive, they're fighting to stay alive. If you walk in expecting the highlight reel, you're going to get crushed by the reality. This is why the first skill you need is expectation management, knowing the odds and playing smart anyway.
Hard skills are just skills that are easy to measure. Soft skills are just hard to measure, but they're both 100% skills that you can train and improve. And oftentimes, most of us know that within an organization, the way that you gain influence is the soft skills that are hard to measure, but incredibly important. If someone had no limits in terms of what they believed they could achieve, then the only thing that would limit them was their skills. We question all of our beliefs, except for those that we truly believe, and those we never think to question. It's the unknown unknowns that are the things that limit us.
The most dangerous obstacle isn't what you know you're bad at. It's what you don't even realize you're missing. It's like trying to fix a car without knowing the brakes are gone. You can't work on what you can't see. This is why mentorship and outside perspectives are so powerful. They help reveal blind spots you didn't know existed.
But he had a belief that if he wasn't the winner, he didn't deserve to have an app. Think about how crazy that is. Unchaining an entrepreneur is figuring out the reasons they give for why they can't do something. Now, the dangerous ones are the unknown unknowns, all right? I own 6 gyms. And I was like, but these are the ads I run to get members into my gyms. The thing is, I gave this whole breakdown of everything I did and how I opened every location at full capacity on the first day without taking cash out of the pocket. You have a level 10 skill set and a level 2 opportunity. It's the things that you didn't know were possible. I was like, yeah, but I think it's gonna be for something that's gonna make way more. And then for the next 6 months, we worked and tweaked the original model to get this new model off the ground. And 30 months later, that business is $2.5 million a month with 30 plus locations because I said, let's just own it all. I accidentally fell into the licensing model because I didn't want to fly out. Somebody asked me if I could just show them all the stuff that I did so they could do it for themselves. And then at that point, he bought it and it was all margin. And I was like, holy cow, this is insane. That's when everything took off like a rocket. And each of those were higher leverage opportunities. And it was because I didn't know it was possible. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs don't get past $1 million or even get to 10 million, is that they're in the wrong vehicle. And so leverage is the difference between what you put in and what you get out.
Most people think success is about doing more. It's not. It's about making what you do count more. That's leverage. 1 hour of work can be worth a day if it's done in the right system. This is why some people seem lucky. They've positioned themselves so their effort compounds.
That's it. It's not about how hard you row, it's about what boat you're in. And so he got higher returns. And so over my career, I make more now than I did before because I've moved further back along this lever. So I have more leverage now on what I put in than what I did before. When I was selling one-on-one in person and I was doing 20 consults a day, but you've got collaboration, which just means other people working for you, all right? Then you've got capital, which means other people worked for you and gave you the fruit of their work so that you can invest it on their behalf. Joe Rogan can make one podcast episode and millions of people can listen to it. And so he gets more for what he puts in, right? And so I did 2 weeks of work for 100 salespeople over the lifetime of that one hire. More leverage. If you think about what leverage is in general, it's just you get more for what you put in. If someone's amazing at writing software, they don't need anyone else's capital and the software does the collaboration on their behalf, right? I gained
This is why skills are the ultimate cheat code. A coder can launch a product with 0 investors. A great communicator can rally a team with no budget. When your skill itself produces leverage, you remove gatekeepers from your path, and that's when growth gets exponential.
a little bit of leverage just over my own time. So I went from having someone else control my time to me controlling my time, which was leverage. People who move faster in life don't actually move faster, they get more for their inputs, they get more for every step, right? So collaboration is, I have to know how to recruit talent, I have to know how to recognize talent, I have to know how to onboard, I have to know how to train, I have to know how to manage, I have to know how to grow talent. And I have to know how to run meetings, and I have to know how to have one-on-ones, and I have to, like, you know what I'm saying here? Like, all of those micro skills chunk up to collaboration. For capital, a lot of people make content right now, and they're trying to hit it big. But what they do is, in my opinion, you've got entertainers, and you've got educators. The thing is that a lot of people who haven't done shit are trying to educate on things they haven't done, and so they have no credibility. When you're doing this content thing, if you're gonna do it, then make sure that you have the backing of experience and proof, because then I promise you, like, when you get shit on from the public, because you will, and so if you're making 6 figures a year and trying to talk about how to make 7 and you've never made 7, then you're full of shit, and you rightfully should get the hate that you do, right?
This is a reality check the internet needs. In the age of fake it till you make it, credibility comes from receipts, not confidence. Teaching from theory alone is like giving swimming lessons without ever touching water. It's dangerous for both you and your audience.
And again, leverage is about speed. Any of these vehicles that I had done, if I had done it for 45 years like Mr. Panda, you could get there because my N on input is so high. This is the cost of your ignorance. This is the debt that you carry for the rest of your life until you learn how to make $1 million. Do whatever you can do, beg, borrow, steal, eat ramen, walk with your lunch pail both directions, do whatever you have to do to make your first 100,000. You take your income from 40,000 a year to 220,000 a year. And he said, the one thing that no government can take from you and no wife can steal from you in a divorce, and you can't get sued out of, is your education. They can't take it from you.
Your skills and knowledge are the only assets that can't be repossessed. Lose your job, your house, even your entire bank account. If you've mastered valuable skills, you can rebuild. Education is the only investment that permanently changes your earning ceiling.
And so this is why, if you think about it from actually an investment perspective, like, education can't go down, it can't be taxed, it can't be taken from you, and only gets better over time, right? And you just paid down your ignorance debt with 2 investments. And so is that worth it more than putting the money in the S&P? In my opinion, every fucking time. Because think about it, if you work the same hours as that guy, always has the advantage because he's already better than you. And so if he puts a month in and you put a month in, he's gonna get further ahead than you because he already has skills through which to judge his own performance and improve. Because on a 5-year or a 10-year or a 25-year timeline, you become unbeatable. Do I think you can get to 220? Hell yeah.
Belief matters, but belief without execution is just daydreaming. The fastest way to raise your income isn't manifesting. It's acquiring the skills that make you worth more to the market. Your paycheck will always lag behind your skill set. So level up and let the numbers catch up.
When you sell someone, you understand that the moment someone buys, they actually feel like they've solved the problem emotionally. One of the beliefs that I think has served me well is that whenever I joined a group or I joined a community or free or paid or otherwise, I always wanted to become number 1. Like, whenever I get frustrated and I think, like, why do I even bother doing this? Like, I think about giving up. I just think this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. So document, demonstrate, duplicate. Now, I can do this and I can do this, but you have to do this. I can't duplicate it for you. You have to take the stuff and actually execute on it. But yeah, why not get paid to learn shit? And if you're like, the place that I work at doesn't teach me anything, then you should absolutely go apply for other jobs. Change your conditions. I'm actually against side hustles as a long-term thing. I'm pro them as a way to transition. But I think a lot of people put undue pressure on themselves by expecting their next thing to be a $1 trillion company. And the likelihood that it happens, super, super small. I'm a big fan of service businesses because it costs you nothing to start. It's just your time. You have no overhead in the beginning. Don't judge yourself on the side hustle, and especially don't listen to other people's judgment on your side hustle. But because your rate of input is so much higher than theirs is, you will catch up and you will surpass them. And so if you want to play the game a long time, then it's the game itself that you want to stick with rather than the vehicle you're in. You are above the business. The problem is that people identify so closely, like their identity is their business. The infinite frame will always beat the finite frame. And there are finite games within every infinite game.
Thinking long-term changes how you react to short-term pain. If you see business as an infinite game, a bad quarter is just part of the season, not the end of the story. That mindset keeps you from making desperate, short-sighted moves that kill your momentum.
Business sucks all the time, but it's just that if you're willing to play, there's plenty of times marriage sucks. There's plenty of times you don't want to work out. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop working out. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop being married. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop being in business. But the higher up you get in business, the more all businesses are the same. You're going to have marketing, you're going to have sales, you're going to have product, you're going to have customer success or customer support. And so my advice is, like, a lot of people quit industries when they really actually just quit a function of a job. Like being the best car salesman, you make 400, 500, maybe even $1 million a year at some of the best dealerships. If you're an absolute savage. If I lost it all, I'd be there 12 hours a day for sure. And then once I learned how to marketing and sales together, my new minimum was $1 million a year, because I knew that I could sit in front of any brick and mortar business and I could get them leads and I could close them. Because if you can't sell anything, you can't make money.
Sales isn't just a department, it's the heartbeat of any business. You can have the best product in the world, but until someone exchanges money for it, you're just running an expensive hobby. Mastering sales is mastering survival.
It's the first part of the equation. Number of sales times. If you have no sales, doesn't matter how good the lifetime value is, if no one buys it, zero.
Listen, Alex Hormozi didn't become a multimillionaire by accident. Every day you delay learning these skills is another day your competitors get further ahead. The leverage you need is in this video, but only if you apply it. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to level up your business game in 2025.